Welcome to Liv's Bookshelf. I am Liv, the owner of this channel, and boy do we have a lot to talk about today. So today I am coming to you guys with a review of The Magician's Workshop, and I love this book so much. So this book was actually sent to me by one of the authors, and guys, I really enjoyed this. So the story starts off with a lot of heroes. We have Queso, Jade, Talia, Kai, and a couple of other characters. We follow them throughout this book, and like I said, there are a lot of characters in this book, and especially for a book of this size, a lot to keep up with, but once you get invested in it, it is really fun, and it's really cool to see how they all connect. Now this book does come with a sequel, and the sequel is even prettier than the first book. I love covers that are well done. I have a soft spot in my heart for covers that are well done, whether the book is good or bad. I just have a soft spot in my heart for them. So having a good cover and a good book, I am blown away. The book starts off and we meet Leanna, and I did not like her at first because I was like, who's this brat? What is she doing? And at first I thought it was some futuristic dystopian world, and I guess in a way it sort of is, because they do hint at like an ancient world where there's like the boy projection comes into play later in the book, and there's an ancient world where there weren't all islands, and it was when, you know, it was a bunch of big continents, aka our world, and a bunch of different things like that. But I before I got to that part, I thought it was futuristic and dystopian, because she was like, because the mom was like, come warm yourself by the fire, and Leanna was like, well, the fire's not gonna warm me, it's just a projection, you guys know that. And when they sat down and played that game, oh, that was so intense. It was so cool. I found myself like I was watching it like a hawk, and then, or reading it. I thought that game was so cool, and I wish I had superpowers like this, because I don't know, I would make myself like an aquarium in my room, or make myself cool outfits, give myself like really cool hair. You know, I don't know. There's so many, the possibilities with these powers are absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see where this series goes in the future. I don't know if they're planning on writing more books, but I really hope that they do, because I want like a 10-book series. I haven't read the second book, so I don't know if it concludes after the second book, but if it doesn't, I am expecting a 10 to 15 book series with prequels and sequels not included. So I love the way that they wrote Queso's punishment, and how he couldn't see color correctly, and it kind of alluded to, well, maybe there's something different about you, kind of thing, and I loved that so much. There were a couple characters like Kobe and Quint, and guys who were dressing up as pirates. I think that's that crowd, that I was like, oh, okay, I didn't quite care about as much as I wanted to, but on the whole, I feel like as for as many characters as this book had, the majority of them were built up pretty well. And that's really saying something. Typically in young adult books, you get the main character, the main love interest, maybe a secondary love interest, and the best friend / friends are built up, and that's about it. Here since we had multiple protagonists, we had multiple best friends, we had multiple potential love interests, we had so much more that needed to be built up in this world, and that's not including the overall world building and the history of this place. It was done very well, and I would definitely reread this, but I'm going to read the sequel first, and then I'm going to reread it again if I have time. So 10 out of 10. This book was just very fun to read. If you are into fantasy, children's books, young adult books, because this walks the fine line between children's books and young adults books, and this was one of the first books I have ever read that accomplishes that and makes it interesting to read for someone who is almost an adult, you know? So if you are looking for a fun book to read, and you like magic, and you like fantasy, and you like just stories in general, if you like any of that stuff, then I would definitely recommend this book to you. It is called, once again, it is called The Magician's Workshop. And don't forget to buy the sequel, Magician's Workshop Volume 2, because you are going to need both of these, because I was told personally by the author, you gotta read both, one right after the other, okay? You don't just like read one, take a break, and then read the other one. That's not cool. You have to read both of them, or else you will not get the full story time experience. So that is my advice to you if you're going to buy this, which you need to, you should. It's very good. 1 and 2, don't let me down. If you had a color, which color would you have? And also, let me know if you think you could make it to the Magician's Workshop. I personally don't think I have the stuff to make it into the Magician's Workshop. I would be one of those people that like didn't have a chance of getting a color. No, it would not happen. This huge giveaway featuring The Secrets of Eileen by Carrie Lynn West. All you have to do to enter is go to my blog and click the link in the description, and it'll take you straight to the giveaway site and answer the questions, and you could win this book. It is absolutely amazing. I'm reading it now and I love it, and I will be posting a review of it soon, so go get your copy now while you still can.